Hello, everyone, and welcome to our essential oils stress study. My name is Emily Pfeiffer, and I've been with doTERRA for 6.5 years. And we were introduced to essential oils when my husband was struggling with Hodgkin's lymphoma in 2010. And needless to say, all of the operations and the chemotherapy and the radiation had an incredible impact on his emotional health and on his stress level and on the stress level for our whole family. And it was in this sort of crucible of suffering that essential oils were brought into our lives like a literal light in the darkness. And we were taught how to use the essential oils to support our bodies physically, but also emotionally, and they made all the difference in the world. And after being customers for 4 years, we decided in 2014 to start sharing this incredible message with the world. And I'm so excited today to share 3 points in this webinar with you. Really quickly, before we talk about what the study is going to entail, we'll talk about what essential oils are and how to use the oils in general, but also specific to this study. So first of all, for those of you that may not know exactly what an essential oil is, I'd like to call your attention to this picture of a peppermint leaf. And you're going to see a little sac there on the leaf. And all medicinal plants are covered with these small oil sacs. And they are not only the aromatic compound of the plant, but they're also the plant's defense mechanism. They're what protects this plant against predators and against disease. It's the reason why this plant still exists in nature to this day. And that's why essential oils specifically, when they're separated from their plants and put in a concentrated form, are so incredibly powerful, so incredibly medicinal. And they work with us on the cellular level. And they're also extremely effective. They communicate on the cellular level. They can work in and around our cells and also pass through the cell membrane to work with threats that are on the inside of the cell. And so whether we're working on physical or emotional needs, they can get to the root of the problem very quickly. And doTERRA essential oils are also safe. We're the largest essential oil company in the world and by far the most tested and the most trusted. And our oils are carefully sourced from all over the world, from wherever that plant grows most potently. And is then these batches are then tested multiple times to make sure not only that they're pure, but also that they have the highest medicinal quality that's available in the world. So we're very, very lucky to have these at our fingertips. And there are 3 ways that you use essential oils. One is aromatically, the other one is topically and internally. And we'll go into those a little bit more as I teach you how to use the 4 oils being highlighted in this study. The first oil that I'd like to talk about is Breathe. This one is so amazing. You know, one of my friends teaches at an inner city school where she deals with a lot of emotional problems. And when she was introduced to doTERRA, Breathe became her favorite oil because she would keep it at her desk, and while the kids were, doing their work, she would put some in her hands, cup them over her nose and mouth, and breathe in deeply. And it provided so much support to her emotions and is something that helps with your respiratory system, but is also wonderful for any sort of feelings of anxiousness. This one is so powerful. One of our favorite blends. The next one that will be involved in this study is Balance, which is the grounding blend. And this is one that we love to put on our spine, or like the top of your neck going into your spine and your feet. This is one that I use every single morning. This is my go-to oil. This is my favorite oil for getting me into a good place emotionally to start my day. And it's full of a lot of wood oils and a lot of oils that just give you a lot of sense of grounding. I think you guys are going to love it. The next one is Wild Orange. This is arguably our most popular oil. I was on a plane recently and introduced oils to someone sitting next to me who had struggled with a lot of emotional problems. And I taught him how to use it. Put a drop in your hands, cup it over your nose and mouth, and breathe in deeply. And his eyes started watering, and I was scared that maybe he was having a reaction to the oils. And I said, "Oh my gosh, are you okay? Or, are you sensitive to oils?" And he said, "Is it normal to cry from happiness when you smell this oil?" So I warn you, you might cry from happiness, but I always challenge people to try to have a cranky thought and maintain it while they breathe in this oil. This is so powerful, taken from the rind of the orange, that works with the limbic system. to go right into that emotional, or the limbic system, which is the emotional seat of your brain. The aroma from this oil is so powerful in accessing that positive side to your brain. And finally, Serenity. This is a restful blend, and it's also an incredible calming blend. This is one that has really made a difference in my dad's life, he's a very philosophical man, and he's always solving the problems of the world and involved in multiple causes around the globe. And he always has a lot on his mind and worries a lot. And as a result, he's always struggled with insomnia. And when I introduced him to this oil, it was a life changer, a game changer for him in his 70s. He uses this on his feet and on the back of his neck every night and has been sleeping well since. This one is so powerful, not only for stress, but also for sleep. So now that you kind of know what essential oils are and how to use the ones specific to this study, I'd just like to go over the purpose of this study. This is a social study. It's not a scientific study to find out whether or not essential oils support the mood. There are already tons of scientific studies out there that show that. What the purpose of this study is, again, a social study to evaluate the difference between using essential oils in isolation versus using essential oils in a community. So for the next 8 days, you're going to experience the power of essential oils and how they help support your emotions. For the first 3 days by yourself, where we're going to ask you to please not have contact with anyone or discuss your oil use with anyone. And then the last 3 days of the study, where you're going to be put in a Facebook group where you're going to have mutual support, share stories, post videos, and have more of a community for using oils. And we're really interested in seeing the difference of your experience, again, using oils in isolation or using them in a community. So expectations for participating in this study. First of all, we're so grateful for your time in doing the study with us. Number one is to watch this opening video, which you're already doing, and then use the essential oils as instructed. You'll see a chart in just a second that will outline that. Next, to fill out the daily survey, which will be sent via text message or Facebook message to you, which will be very simple, usually just 3 to 5 questions, multiple choice. Very easy. You'll be able to fill it out in a matter of seconds. And then to interact on the Facebook page during days 5 to 7, sharing success stories or questions. Next is to download the free Zoom app in preparation for our final call, and then to join the live call on day 8 via the Zoom link that will be sent to you. And this call will also be recorded if you're working or aren't able to get on. The outline of the study will be day 1 will be this welcome webinar. And then days 2, 3, and 4, you'll use the oils as outlined in the next chart that you'll see. Again, that's by yourself. And then days 5, 6, and 7, you'll be added to our Facebook group for community support and continue to use the essential oils as outlined. Day 8, join us on the live call with Emily Pfeiffer, that's me, to discuss the results of the study. Okay, so here is your little chart. This is so incredibly simple. In the mornings, we're hoping you'll put a couple of drops of breathe into your hands and breathe in deeply to get your respiratory system going and really invite some wonderful limbic activity in your brain. And balance 2 drops on the bottom of your feet and also on the back of your neck, again, for that grounding. And then during the day, you can have your choice of any of the 4 oils to use, whichever ones you like. And we'd like you to pick your most stressful time of day and then pick whichever oil you like. You can use 1, 2, 3, or 4, however many you want. Just at the survey at the end of the day, you'll just tell us what you used. And then at night before bed, 2 drops of Serenity on the bottoms of your feet and the back of your neck, and then Wild Orange, 1 to 2 drops into your hands, and then breathe in deeply. So that's our chart of how this is going to work. Again, we're so appreciative of your time and being a part of this study. We so look forward to you experiencing what it's like to use essential oils to support your mood, and just to realize that we're created to function as a whole, spirit, mind, and body, inseparably connected, communicating at a cellular level. It's just so exciting to get those essential oils into your system, which communicate with your cells directly. It's so exciting. All right, well, good luck, and please contact us if you have any questions, and happy oiling. Bye.